Last week we told you about a Rockbridge County church steeped in history and the community that's bringing it back.
Now, termite damage caused the floor of Asbury Church to fall through. This morning we're sharing how the congregation is putting it back together and planning for the future.
This church was built by freed slaves in 1869. Their descendants brought it back from the ashes after a 1914 fire. And today, the congregation at Asbury Church in Brownsburg is still carrying the torch.
It sounded more like a big thunder or like something like a big crash.
During an anniversary celebration last year, the Board of Trustees say the floor at Asbury Church suddenly fell in, revealing a termite infestation in the more than 150-year-old house of worship.
It's more of a blessing than you can realize. I mean, it's just so much that has happened now in a positive sense.
What could have been a tragedy became an opportunity to revitalize the church. They raised $65,000 to fix the damage caused by termites, the largest donation coming from the historic Lexington Foundation.
As a black church in a small community, this has been somewhat of a center point, I would say, to the community itself. And now, since this has happened, it just seems like it has just brought everybody together.
Most of the board say their families have been part of the Asbury Church for 4, even 5 generations.
My grandfather was a trustee. There were times that we couldn't have church here because it was just too cold. The stoves just didn't do anything. So my grandparents, Agnes and Glasgow Craney, lives down on the street of Brownsburg. They would open up their living room, so we would have service at the house and communion. And that was quite an experience because if you couldn't skip church because everybody was there.
From recovery to revitalization, the board says the bell tower hasn't rung in decades. The parsonage next door has been empty for years, and the cemetery holds uncovered history. They're working now with grants and community connections to clean up the 62 headstones and identify the graves of so many more.
Maybe another 100 graves in this area here that doesn't even have markers. So it's very exciting to me to be able to say that we can come in and find out where these unmarked graves are, put markers, ground markers down on the ground, and then to be able to make a plaque as we come in that actually notates these names.
The board also wants to add a playground and a gazebo, and as they bring a new future to Asbury Church, they honor the people who made the church a community.
And so downstairs it's going to be dedicated to her. It's going to be called the Betty Brown and Friends Fellowship Hall.
The board hopes to welcome worshipers back to Asbury Church in the near future. In Rockbridge County, Rhian Lowndes, WFXR News.